Good morning. Welcome to Christy K Hikes, day 1 on the Benton MacKaye Trail. Last night I had a good dinner. I got to watch the sunset because the clouds finally kind of dissipated somewhat. It was so beautiful. I got good sleep. And I'm up this morning. I'm up a little bit later than I thought, but I've had a nice morning, had my hot tea, had my protein shake, but I'm ready to get started for the day. Amicalola Falls, this is my second time to stay here. I was here last summer, and it's just a lovely place. The people are so nice. I made some new friends that love to hike, some that have given me some good advice. I met one that we're going to probably meet up at the shelter this evening. So yeah, it's just a wonderful place. Everybody in the dining hall, they were just the kindest. So I loved my stay here. So if you ever get a chance to come here and stay, I would advise that. All right, let's get our day started. It's a little windy, as you can see. Ever so often there's some gusts, but that's okay. I've got my pack on, so I'm ready to go. All right, it's raining, of course, but that's okay. I'm getting to hike. I don't mind. So let's get ourselves out onto the approach trail. All right, we're starting the approach trail. All right, our goal today is 9 miles. We're going to go to Springer Mountain. We're going to stay at that shelter there. So, yeah, I feel so blessed that I get to be out here again and just hike. I love to walk, and this is the greatest day ever. All right, we're doing some climbing, but whenever I get to huffing and puffing or my legs are burning, I just stop, take a little break, and then I keep going. So that's just what you do. And when I'm climbing, I put my eyes on something up there, some trees, and I walk to there, and if I need to stop, I stop. I'm in no rush. All right, this is gonna be our little break snack spot. Well, here I sit under my umbrella because it's raining. I'm all tucked in here, having my snack. So yeah, it's been good. I usually, when I get to hiking, I usually do 2.5 hours of walking. And then I try to take a break and drink some water, eat a snack, just take a little rest. But being that I'm up here where there's poison ivy, I always, well, since I started coming last year, because I've never dealt with poison ivy before, but starting last year when I was here, if I took a break, I made sure to find a little opening spot, preferably a camp spot that's been kind of maintained and cleared out, so I'm not just sitting in a mess of poison ivy. But yeah, it's going good. It's just beautiful. I'm enjoying my walk. My biggest challenge so far is keeping my glasses from fogging up, but otherwise it's just wonderful. I'm so grateful to be out here. So all right, I'm gonna finish my snack and then we will head down the trail. All right, snack time's over. Got my rain gear back on and we're gonna take off. You can see my glasses are foggy. It's like walking blind. All right, let's get walking. I don't mind walking in the rain. In fact, I like it. But my glasses fogged up, I can't see. And I'm not a fan of that. That's a challenge. But I'm still having a great time. I wish I could just see better. All right, I made it to the Nimble Wheel Gap, and I'm going to have a break here. I'm eating my cold soak oats. They're very tasty. So I walked in the rain for about an hour, and it wasn't bad. I don't mind walking in the rain, but you know, my glasses were fogged up, so then I can't really enjoy looking around because I can't see. So, oh well, that's okay. I am just still happy to be out here. And this is so pretty right around here. I'll show you what it looks like. That's a cool looking tree right over there. It's just beautiful. And the birds are chirping. All right, so I'm gonna just sit here, enjoy the beauty, and listen to the birds, and then we'll get back on the trail. It's going good. I am just so happy to be out here. My legs would get a little tired, but you know, you just stop and you take a little rest. And one of the greatest things is you're going up, but you always know there's gonna be some flataways or some downhills, and there was. So, yeah, the first few days out, it's hard just trying to get your trail legs. Even though I walked at home, I worked out with my pack, it's just still not the same. You know, you just cannot replicate working out like it is out on the trail. And that's okay. I'm just going to go at it slow, and I will strengthen up. And I'm just feeling so happy just to get to be here. So, yeah. All right, I'll catch up with you in a bit. All right, my lunchtime's over, and I'm all packed up again, and we're ready to start a climb. So let's start climbing. All right, I just want you guys to see that I am huffing and puffing going up the hill. So I forgot that there's so much climbing, and I told those poor ladies yesterday that it really wasn't that hard. I must have completely forgot that there's just a good steady climb or some big climbs. So anyway, sometimes you just put those things out of your mind, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna stand here, catch my breath, and then I'm gonna keep going. I have about maybe a mile to the Black Gap shelter, and I'll just take a little rest, and then I'll start my climbing. I'll have 2 miles then, and there's some climb, like some switchback climbing. So, all right, I'm gonna get my breath here. Foggy glasses again. Well, I've made an executive decision. I'm going to stop at the Black Gap shelter just so I can get some extra rest, try to get some of my stuff to dry out. My shoes are sopping wet. My socks are wet. And last time I hiked back in the fall at home, the trail was really wet. There was just water running down it, and my feet were sopping wet, and I ended up with blisters, like terrible blisters. And I don't want a replay of that. So yeah, I just think I'm gonna stop. It's 7 miles. That's plenty for today. So little more up here, and then we'll drop down to the shelter. All right, we made it to the shelter. I'm gonna go down. It's a good thing because it's starting to rain a little. All right, so I'm gonna get set up and then we'll go get water. I camped over there last year. I think I'm gonna go back. Same spot. All right, this is where we're camping. Hey everyone, well, I'm in my tent. I'm in my cozy little bed. I've already had my dinner. I just drank a protein shake. Got everything cleaned up, put in my sack, went and put it into the bear box. There's one other person here in the shelter. So otherwise, there's nobody else here. But yeah, it is just so darn rainy. But that's okay. You know, you just deal with that. So one of the things I've got to experience now is the rain. And though it's cool, it's perfectly cool. I like that. It is very moist. I don't know if I've mentioned where I'm from, but I'm from New Mexico. And it is DRY dry. And we do get rain and we get snow, but it dries up pretty fast. And, you know, you can wash your hair and wash dishes and wash clothes and hang them up. And, you know, things dry really quick there. We get some humidity, usually like in July. That's our monsoon season. And you'll notice, you know, a little bit of humidity, but it's nothing like this. So last summer, whenever I came on the Benton MacKaye and I hiked, it was Father's Day. Yeah, so it was, you know, kind of mid-June, and it was dry. It was hot and it was humid, and that was my first experience of humidity. I mean, when I was a kid, we'd go to Arkansas to visit my relatives, and it was humid, but I think a kid you don't think anything of that. So last summer, I think it rained like one night, and that wasn't very much. So now I've got to experience that and then this cooler weather, but yet it's still really humid. So, but that's okay. No complaints. I enjoyed my day, and I just am very blessed that I get to be out here and getting a chance to hike again. I mean, there's people who might love to get out and be able to do this, and so I do feel very blessed. All right, so we are going to talk crap about the trail. And if you watched any of my other videos, I started doing that last year, and C stands for challenge, R stands for reward, A is appreciate, and P is just anything that starts with P. So my challenge today was my glasses just stayed fogged up the entire day. I just basically was walking blind for most of the day. So I have this rag here that I use to wipe the sweat from my head, but it was just so moist outside that this thing is wet. So that wasn't doing any good. It was just smearing, just smudging up my glasses. So I remembered I have a little glasses cleaner in its own little case in my fanny pack. So I would stop, windshield wiper my glasses so then I could see, and I just felt like, I had been blind and then I could see. And that lasted for a little while, and then I just fogged back up. So I don't know, I got to figure that out. Maybe get some fog cleaner, or there's some kind of spray that helps keep your glasses from fogging up. I don't know if that actually works. So yes, that was my big challenge. And then my reward was that even though I had to walk uphill, a lot of ups, to me, it was just like some steady incline, but then there was some climbing that I just kept saying, there's going to be some flat spots or it's going to go downhill. And as soon as I got up there, then I would get that reward. And then A is appreciate, and I did appreciate the cool weather. I like walking in the rain. I really don't mind. I wasn't cold, anything like that, so I was very appreciative of that. And then P is for people, and those are the people that I met at Amicalola Falls Lodge. Those people that worked in the little restaurant, they were so kind and nice and friendly. And then the ladies that worked at the desk, they were helpful. I needed to send some stuff home. They helped me, they let me email the label to them. They printed it, put it on the box in the envelope, and sent that off for me. So I am so grateful for those people. So that is crap about the trail. And that is the end of day 1. And so I am ready to go to sleep. And then I will get up and we'll start all over again tomorrow. All right. Thanks for joining and tagging along.